So I'm ready to make my cube, I hope. How do I go about doing that?
Right, so we have all our dimensions we need. I opened already the cube tree here, and we create a new cube just by right-clicking on the cube. You click New, and we give the cube a name. We call the cube sales_data. And now you see all the available dimensions I can use for my cube now.
Okay, what's the best practice for putting them in, or is there a certain order that's better, or how is all that?
Okay, good question. So we have all the dimensions here currently in the order how they have been created. And I can select them, I can move them to the right to be used in the cube. So I'm actually untied to any specific technical order. So I can order them as I want. But for best practice, it makes sense to have them ordered either equal across multiple cubes, so that, for example, all cubes have month on top. So this is how I create now my cube. The most common dimension I put on top. Then I use the also common dimensions for other cubes as next, product and customer. Then I go into more detail. Channel, maybe I don't use the channel in each cube, and then I would like to have the version, and the final dimension I'm going to use is the measure dimension, because they are very specifically used for my sales analysis here. And then I have everything defined, so I can have 2, 3 or 10 dimensions in my cube, and then I click OK, and there it is. Cube is ready.
Okay.
Now I can see my current construction of the cube. So we have the dimensions here, including some information how many elements and levels are available in the cube. And now I would like to upload data, because you gave me also data in the file. I show you the file. There we have our sales data. And you see it's already prepared in a way that it's easy to upload for our online course. So we have the period here, the product. So each record set here is more or less a transaction. And the coordinates we are using are stored in each column here. So the period is there, the bike, a customer, a channel, and a version and a measure. So what I'm going to do is
wait. And this column with the number sign and value, that's where you have the actual numbers that are gonna end up in my cube.
So I would like to store this data now into my cube, and I use this information as my coordinates to find the appropriate cell in my cube. So if your data has more columns, it's not an issue, then you're not going to use them. Best case, you prepare your data in a way that it matches your cube design for upload. Okay,
and so does that mean, like with period, that matches with month, and then product in the second column and all of that? Or
correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So I show you now in more detail. So I go here to my cube. I say upload file. With the right mouse click, this is the context menu. Again, I'm searching on my local system for this file, for the Excel file with the data in it. We have prepared the Excel file that the sheet name, sales data _ data, is matching the cube name. So the system is smart and tries to find the right sheet. If you don't have the name the same, it's not no problem. Then type in the different sheet name, hit refresh, and then the system will find exactly the correct sheet. And there we are. So we see that we have a lot of columns inside, and some of them are already mapped.
Okay, and yeah, with period, that one isn't in bold or italicized. So what's going on with that one?
Correct. So the column name period doesn't match any dimension we have used in our cubes. So the system don't know where to map it. In this case, we need to do it by ourselves. So we need to say the content of the column period is also available in the month dimension. So this will be mapped to month dimension. So you can imagine if your data is not presented with the same column names like your dimension name. It doesn't matter. In this case, you have to do it manually, the mapping. There we are. So we can hit next for uploading the data. We want to run once. Now the data is being uploaded. The cube file uploaded successfully. So we have now all the data in the cube. And now I would like to see them. Right? So up to now, I showed you only the dimensions and the cubes in the modeler. Now we have data inside. So the question is, where are they? I have prepared something for you. There is a nice little ad hoc report. And let me hit F9. And there you are. Your data is now available in the JEDOX OLAP cube. We are looking onto the JEDOX OLAP cube with the Excel add-in with a nice ad hoc view. There we are.
Okay, that's really great. It was just as easy as importing my data, and what I had to keep in mind was to make sure that I just worked precisely so that everything was defined right.
Correct.
And then the system did the thinking for me.
Right. And about the ad hoc view, we can go into more details how you work with this in the next session.
Great.